Hello, Algebra 1 students. This is Lesson 410. We're going to continue working with the line of best fit. So this has quite a bit to do with what we did in class today. We went over it in class. I just wanted you to have a video and answer a few more questions like this on a video. So let me zoom it in a little bit. Here we go. So, let's read this first problem. It says dogs age differently than humans. You may have heard that dogs age 1 year for every 7 human years. However, this is not the case. The table shows the relationship between dog years and human years. So, we're going to put this into our calculator to answer these questions. So, here's your calculator. First thing that you should do anytime that you have a calculator in your hand is do new document. And then I'm going to add a list and spreadsheet. Make sure that you're taking notes on each step on how to do this. I will be doing a note check in my class tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to shrink this down just a hair so that I can see what's going on. So I have one that's dog years and one that's human years. So, let's see, I can stretch it up this way. I'm going to type in dog here, because that's dog years, and human here. Okay? And then I'm going to type in my data. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. And my human years, 15, 24, 28, 32, 37, 42, 47. Okay? So after we get that all typed in, what I want to do is be in a blank square. Okay? Just a quick trick to show you, if you do Control Doc, that's going to add a new tab right here. And if you do Add Data and Statistics, it's going to give you the graph. So let's say we're going to do dog years here, human years here. Is there a correlation? Looks to be a positive one to me. Okay? And then you can click the tab to get back. Okay, it's asking me for an equation. So, making sure I'm in a blank square, I'm going to type menu. I'm going to go to statistics. Then I'm going to go to stat calculations. And then I'm going to do number 3, linear regression, mx plus b. My x-axis was dog years. My y-axis was human years. That's all I have to do. Hit OK. Alright, here's all the garbage that it spit back. Since this is really close to 1, there is an extremely strong correlation here. Okay, now I'm going to minimize that again. And it says, what is the equation of the line of best fit? Well, here's my slope, and here's my y-intercept. So, actually, let me do it this way so I can keep track of what's going on. So our equation is, since our slope that we get from our calculator is 5.0, we'll call it 4, and my y-intercept is 12. Then that means y equals 5.04x plus 12. Okay? So this is the equation that I'm going to be using for the duration of the problem. It says use the equation to find out how many human years are compared to 13 dog years. So if you've got a dog that is 13 years old, this is what you're going to type into your calculator. You're going to say y equals 5.04 times 13 plus 12. Okay? So if I type that into my calculator, anytime you're in spreadsheet and you need to get to a calculator, there's a little calculator button here. It'll take you to the scratch pad. And so I'm going to do 5.04 times 13, oops, not plus, 13 plus 12. So it's telling me that 13 dog years should correspond to 77 and a half human years. So it says round to the nearest whole, so we'll call this 78 years. It's going to be important to label your stuff now that we're dealing with some units and everything. So now it says find out how many dog years are comparable to 21 human years. Okay? So, I'm going to get a new sheet here. Y equals 5.04x plus 12. So now they're giving you human years, which is my y coordinate. So they gave you 21. So I have 21 equals 5.04x plus 12. Okay? It's important that I subtract 12 from both sides. So 21 minus 12, 9. Goodness, I'm having issues today. And that's equal to 5.04x. Well, if I want to get x by itself, I have to divide by 5.04. You've got a calculator, so decimals aren't a problem. 9 divided by 5.04 gives me about 1.78. So let's read our question. Or let's do it this way. Find out how many dog years. Okay, so 1.78 is about 2 years old. Okay, so that takes care of that problem. Anytime you're switching out problems, go to your home screen, start a new document, do not save. Add a new list. Okay, let's look at our second problem here. So if I look at our second problem, it says the data below is a comparison of homework average and 6 weeks algebra, 6 weeks averages in an Algebra 1 class. Okay? So we're going to have to find the line of best fit. So I'm just going to type this in exactly like it appears on here. So I'm going to say homework 6 weeks, no space. Nope, didn't like that. We'll call it grading period. So homework 96, 92, 45, 86, 77, 62, 62, 77, 87, 96. And our 6 weeks grades are at 88, 86, 22, 82, 64, 76, 72, 85, 91. Okay, so I'm not going to do the graph thing this time. I'm just going to do, okay, I'm on a blank square. I'm going to go to Menu. I'm going to go to Statistics. I'm going to go to Stat Calculations. Here's a linear regression. My X is my homework grade, and my Y is the grading period. Here's the important stuff. Let's look at R. 0.89, that's a pretty strong relationship. Okay, so I have 1.12 for my slope and negative 15.37. Okay, so I'm going to pull this out to the side and write this down. So I know, and if you'll make a habit of doing this, you won't forget anything. Write your little slope down, 1.12, and your y-intercept is negative 15.37. So what is our line of best fit? In slope-intercept form, it is y equals 1.12x minus 15.37. What is the slope? 1.12. What is the y-intercept? Negative 15.37. What does the y-intercept represent? Okay, well, let's think about what y-intercept is. Y-intercept is when x equals 0. So it's when my homework average equals 0. So when homework average equals 0. What would a 6 weeks average be if the homework average is 100? So all I'm going to do, type in my calculator, I'm going to do 1.12 times 100 minus 15.37. So if I follow this trend and my homework average is 100, my test average should be, we'll call it a 97. Okay? And down here, it says what would the homework average be if the 6 weeks average is 83? Okay, so give it some space. 1.12x minus y equals Negative 15.37, okay. So here's my equation, and our problem asks what is if the 6 weeks average is 83. So again, they gave me what y equaled. Sorry. They gave me what y equaled, and they said it was an 83. Sorry. So they told me y equals 83. What is x? Okay? So 83 equals 1.12x minus 15.37. So if I add the 15.37, we're solving for x, just like we've been doing since September, folks. Okay? So here we go. 83 plus 15.37 is 98.37. That's equal to 1.12x. Divide by 1.12x. Okay. Put my calculator back up. That answer divided by 1.12 means I would have to make an 88 on my homework. Okay. So, oops, wrong tab. That means I have to make an 88. These are different kinds of problems that you will be encountered with. There will be problems like this on the test, so please make sure that if you have any questions that you ask, make sure that you have taken notes on this video, written down the steps. I know you can't do the calculator bit at home, but you can certainly write down the steps so you know what to do. See you tomorrow.